Hello and welcome everyone. We are going to be starting our match very soon. Team DAD1 versus UniqueMonster. That's our first map up. We'll be going on 3 maps. That's not a first map, it's a first matchup. I am Infinite Ewok. Unfortunately today I will be solo casting. Russian Cthulhu could not make it. He has some issues. And unfortunately we are having some technical issues in starting the game, so we will be with you very shortly. Really apologies for that. So what's going to be happening is that we're going to start off the game with DAD1 versus UniqueMonster. DAD1 from Taiwan and UniqueMonster from Hong Kong. Now DAD1 in the previous matchup, they beat Impetus Gaming, and it was a close match even though the final bits of it were played off stream due to an emergency maintenance that happened last Wednesday. However, UniqueMonster, on the other hand, these guys, they beat Team JTL also from Hong Kong, and they have looked very strong. Have UniqueMonster almost a clear number 2 in the region behind Team Cryptic. So what's going on is that we'll be going on to Consulate first. Consulate being Team DAD1's pick. It's UniqueMonster's pick, and Team DAD1 have chosen to defend on that. First off, the next map will be Clubhouse. That is Team DAD1's pick, and UniqueMonster have chosen to defend on that map. And then the final decider map will be Chalet. So hopefully this all works out very soon. Really excited to see what these two teams have to offer. Now DAD1, already Daddy, as it's easy to say, it's a bit, they have been a bit inconsistent with their gameplay. UniqueMonster have been inconsistent, but they've been inconsistent outside of the Pro League. When it comes to the Pro League, they always find a way to turn it on. So that was really that's really weird sometimes. You'll see them, you'll face them in Go Force, for example. You'll face them in other stuff outside of the Pro League. Even the Pro League qualifiers, they'll play, one day they'll play amazingly, the other day they'll play, a bit cold. But when it comes to the Pro League, they're always there, they're always ready. So that is something that Daddy really will have to watch out for. Daddy, of course, both of these teams, Daddy and UniqueMonster, have Pro League experience from year 2, season 3. So they are not, they're not new to this, Daddy, but they have, they have improved from year 2, season 3, definitely, but they still have some ways to go before they will be getting themselves to that level. So let me just find out what exactly is happening. So we're just having the observers having some issues with his game. We'll be getting the game to you very shortly. So sorry for the delay, especially 2 days in a row. We have been scrambling a bit behind the scenes. The teams have been already really sorry about that, and we are actually already just waiting for the go from the observer. Now let us talk about the games that we have seen so far in the Pro League. So yesterday Cryptic showed a bit of a return to form in the Singapore Derby, as I like to call it. Now this match happened in year 2, season 3 as well, back when We The Best Music were known as Guya's Tactics, and when the players had different names as well. So that was, last time it was much more of a bloodbath. Right now, Cryptic won the first map 5-3 and then the second map 5-1 yesterday. So it's still a very strong performance from Cryptic, this kind of performance we are used to seeing. But I really have to commend We The Best Music, because in the rounds, even though the rounds that they lost, they look strong. A lot of the rounds seem that, if one thing had gone in the favor of We The Best Music, I'm just going to call them Guyas because that's the old name and it's easy to say. So if one thing had gone right for Guyas, if they had won this engagement, or they had made that rotation, that they almost made it, but in the end, they chickened out for some reason, that could have, been more rounds, maybe even a map in favor of Guya's tactics. Now, Cryptic in the Pro League, in the online section, have never ever dropped a map. They almost did last week when they played against Ferox Esports. Both their maps went 6-5, 6-5, and I had a chat with the players afterwards, wondering, I was like, hey guys, what's going on? Are you like something mentally not there, or really are you trying to play this like pub strat, something to hide your main strats? And they said they had really, maybe they had no idea, and they were looking at the VODs and they would fix their issues, and clearly they fixed their issues yesterday. So that was talking about yesterday's first game. The second game was between, I believe, Script and Ferox Esports, and that was a bit of, Ferox Esports won't be happy watching that. They did take the second map in a dominant fashion. I believe that was 5-3, but on all three maps, they were throwing many of the rounds. In the first map, they were up 4-2, I believe, before they lost 4 rounds in a row to lose 6-4. Following that, they went to the second map and they were 4-2 again, and they lost 2 rounds. And it seemed like, oh no, they're gonna throw this again, and Script is gonna win 2-0. But they held on strong, won that 5-3. Third map, they were 4-1 up. It started 1-0, 1-1, and then they took 3 rounds in a row, 4-1 up. It looked like, okay, Ferox is taking this home. But then, incredibly, they lost that 5-6. So, clearly Ferox, they are really strong. They have a lot of the right things going their way. But I think it just comes down to the fundamentals. It comes down to your gun skills, comes down to your basic rotations, comes down to where you want to set up your defense, how you want to counter the other team's defense, attack, and vice versa. It comes down to very small things in each of the rounds. Ferox just unable to close things out. You saw that against Cryptic as well. They could have taken that against Cryptic. They could have taken both the maps, in fact, and that would have been a massive upset, but they didn't, and the same thing happened yesterday. They couldn't close out the map 1, and they couldn't close out the map 3. They almost couldn't close out map 2 as well. So these guys now, unfortunately, I do believe, don't quote me on that, they will be going to relegation the next time we see them fighting off against one of the Challenger League teams that will be looking to get promoted. And that is going to be a very, very important relegation, because next season is going to be 6 months. So that's 6 months that teams are going to be unable to enter. So we are getting the call now soon that both teams and the observers are ready, and we'll be starting the game very, very shortly, starting off with DAD1 versus UniqueMonster. So if you're wondering how this is going to shape up, I have to say, to be frank with you guys, I'm not too sure. I would say that UniqueMonster are going to win this 2-0. But what I've seen from Southeast Asia is a complete revolution from year 2 Season 3. Teams have improved so much, and the meta change from then to now with Lion, with Blitz, and all the other operators has really thrown things off balance. But we are getting into the game right now, and here we go. So, from UniqueMonster, we're going to have Oba, Terrybot, CT, Wilson, Hyper. From DAD1, we're going to have Kevin, Sino, D4, Marcy, and Litter. And Litter is a strong player, and so is D4. And D4, you see, they are playing, I believe, in my opinion, the 2 most important operators right now in, even in today's meta, and that is the Pulse and the Smoke. Both these operators are so important for the plant. Now you can see they've gone onto the second floor. Now this is something that teams apparently prefer in Southeast Asia, and it's nothing wrong with that, because as the meta has shifted, there was a time, especially the starting of year 2, that you never went to the second floor first. The people who popularized second floor are the kings of Consulate, Pentasports from the EU. Now, Pentasports brought this new meta in. They're like, okay, we're going to take you to second floor. We're going to show you how it's done. And other teams began realizing that, hey, hold on. Second floor is actually a fantastic site. And the beauty of Consulate as a map is that all three sites are very viable. So now let's get into the game. Hyper spawning here on the parking garage side. He'll be trying to look into admin. CT bringing the Lion, using the hollow site on that V308. A lot of people don't prefer the ACOG on this because of the kick, the visual kick. Obviously, the recoil is the same, and you can see this mirror window is going to be a point of contention for the attackers and defenders. Now, CT is wary of a run out from Visa. Smart thing to do will be to place either a flank drone, place someone watching it, or someone who's waiting to do something else. But CT is rotating over here. He's going to try rappel up onto the bathroom hallway instead. Now, Terrybot has actually already moved into the admin, and as I said, D4, incredibly important on that pulse, takes the C4 onto the Zofia, and that is the Soft Breacher and 4 concussion grenades down. That's a big pick, but not as big as Lion or the Blitz right now in the meta, and that's really surprising. You think Zofia is a very important operator, and you can see the goo mines providing valuable intel. D4 doesn't even need to pull out his scanner. Now, he doesn't have a C4, but he still has his heartbeat sensor, and he can tell Sino or Litter where exactly to throw their denial, their C4 or the smoke canisters. Now, he's going to try get a floor bang here, but you cannot floor bang that part. Wilson does take a bit of damage, so not sure if that was, that was D4 missing, but Oba is the first one to trade a kill back onto his team. And now this Visa stairs position from D4 is going to prove very strong. If Wilson doesn't turn left, this is going to be UM's attack falling to pieces right there. Second line charge is going to go out, flashbang comes out. Marcy is holding a very wide angle, he doesn't see anyone, and Oba picks up a second kill. I do believe that is from the balcony. Litter goes down, that is smoke, big kill off the board, and the plant has actually gone down. Mercy does take the kill onto Wilson, and Kevin trades one more onto CT, but Hyper trades back onto D4, and dropped is Marcy. He dropped through the hatch, he is down. Kevin trades one back onto Oba. It's technically a 1v1 situation unless Kevin goes and gets the revive onto Marcy. Now, Hyper, he can definitely win this. No, but Kevin! He has taken him down upstairs, and he is going to get the defuse for sure if, Kevin is able to find it. Well done to Kevin. Unfortunately, we could not see that happening. And Kevin, playing stronger. The Jaeger gets a 3k, I believe, in the first. DAD1, Daddy, go up 1-0. Now, so that round was a good take from UM, and they had everything under control. They were getting the trades, but not exactly sure what happened at the end with Kevin and 2 members, my bad. So, as I said, the Southeast Asian meta, second floor, and it's a good bomb site, but curiously, in the past few matches that we have seen Southeast Asia play on Consulate, Garage has been one of the least picked sites, and that's a very curious decision. Now, Terrybot being spectator here, his Valkyrie cameras all going out. There's a very common cam here over the soda machines. I'll be surprised if it stays alive. Reflex site coming out from Marcy, and there is a run out spot prepped, I believe, in the cafeteria. Marcy's gonna drone out, making sure no one is there. And the first line charge, you can see how differently Daddy is playing this. They are getting the line charges out very early compared to UniqueMonster, who waited until they were making the final push onto site. That worked out for UniqueMonster, but they couldn't hold it post-plant. Now D4, he's going to be looking through the bathroom before deciding to bail out of there and going to try to get an angle in from the kitchen. Ooh, CT gets flashed here, and the Lion EE1D goes out, detects him, and Sino takes him down, smoke off the board. They still have 2, possibly 3 C4s on the team if Hyper has brought the C4. And Kevin just having lots of trouble with his barbed wire. Surprisingly, no one has pushed on from B side because there is no one from the defense over there. And Kevin in a very dangerous position is going to throw his drone in, but Lita is there to call it out. And the mirror window has actually been opened. I do believe Marcy is the one who got the kill. And D4 picks up a second kill onto Terry Board. Wilson forced to stay still in a compromising position. And he tries to make a rotation onto B in the connector now. Lita is already on site. C4 comes out. Kevin takes down Oba, however. This is not looking good for UM at all. And we only have... There we go. Sino takes down Hyper, and D4 having down Wilson finishes things off. Marcy gets the kill cam, however, thanks to the final killer from Daddy being killed in the refrags. 2-0 up for Daddy. That is a surprise. Now I said that my predictions have all gone haywire, and I still made a prediction, but there you have it, guys. I mean, I don't know what to say because they don't look up for it. Now they're bringing Lion Blitz, Thermite, Buck, and Glass on this garage cafeteria attack. So there's going to be 4 smokes on this team, 6 flashbangs, and 2 frag grenades. So that's good throwable utility. But on the counter side, on defense, Kevin has his goo mines. He has impact grenades, one of which he's going to use to make a rotation hole. Second one as well. So both his impact grenades have been used up. D4 has impact grenades, however, as well. Sino, he has the C4. And obviously Marcy, he has location blocking Wilson here. Now Lita is still in Visa. 1 minute left to go. The site push is coming out. He needs to begin his rotation back onto site, or he needs to go up on the second floor and try to prevent anyone who's going to, presumably, with Glass in the picture, hold the long angle. Now Lita does get spotted on the EE1D. Now CT is probably going to try and go on this attack. Lita is rotating back from these Visa stairs. Oba is going to be droning for CT. He eats 1 Grismo mine. Marcy is trying to hide behind the mirror window, but a second kill. Lita goes down. That is the Ella of the board, and the Glass shots are rattling out. The plant is going down, however. And the plant does go down successfully. Is UM going to be holding it successfully? Doesn't look like it. Daddy takes 1 kill. Kevin takes him down. Kevin takes down a second, even though Wilson has taken down Sino. It's just up to him and Marcy right now. Terryboard, Hyper, and Oba on the attack. Now there are smoke canisters. Marcy can counter smoke, but it's not going to help him right now because Glass is going to be holding a long angle. Oba is on the drone. He's going to be making sure that he knows exactly where the defenders are. And a lot of time being wasted right here. Buck from above in piano. Gets a shot onto Kevin. Takes him down. Marcy pushes up, but is way too late. Time has already run out. Just going to be Hyper and Oba left. And Marcy just going to save his KD. UniqueMonster get themselves on the board. Finally. So what happened there? That was a textbook, almost textbook, attack from UniqueMonster, and these guys, they are very thorough in their attack. As you see, they made sure that second floor was cleared out, and they also made sure that first floor was cleared out. Now, by chance, okay, because they took control of second floor, by this chance, they secured first floor control as well, because for some reason, Daddy decided, okay, we're not going to hold bathroom anymore. And they had the castle barricades, everything set up. And for some reason, they saw, okay, the push is coming in from yellow stairs, so let's retreat back onto site. Let's retreat back onto the yellow stairs area. And sorry about the buffering. We are having some technical issues. But yes, as I was saying, they decided to give up first floor bomb site control almost entirely, and I'm not exactly sure why. Now we will be getting back with the game very, very soon. The game is going to continue in the background. Apologies for the technical issues. We'll get back to you very shortly. So apologies for that, we did have some technical issues. But we are back with the game, and as I was saying, Daddy, they didn't really hold the first floor bathroom side for some reason. They just defaulted off it. But anyways, it is the next round. UniqueMonster are taking the second crack at the second floor bomb site defense. Let's see how it works out for them this time. Hyper is playing the Bandit, and that's a curious pick from them. Usually Bandit is not exactly necessary on a second floor bomb site defense. On Consulate, you can bring many other operators such as a Pulse, and bring the C4, bring another information operator like Legion, who has seen a sharp rise in the pick rate. And that is the first EE1D going out from Lion right there. And shots go out. Lita takes down Hyper. And that Bandit is not very successful. Oba goes for a run out onto the balcony, but isn't successful. Terrybot does get detected, I believe, by the EE1D. Oba is looking down onto the first floor. He's going to drop down below. That's a risky play from him. Lita is waiting right there. And CT gets taken down by Frag, but Lita gets taken down in return by Terrybot. It's still a 4v3 man advantage for Daddy. Now UM still have the good operators, but Oba, he gets taken down by Sino, and they have yellow stairs control. They have the control over the bathroom, and the diffuser is outside. Kevin here, they have pretty much control everywhere that is necessary. The bomb site control in B as well is just up to Wilson. He's not going to be able to do much, but he can take down Marcy. 3v1 clutches have happened, but D4, he's waiting here in that bathroom. It's a very, very common spot for Bucks to take. And the second EE1D is not even required. Headshot onto the mirror. And 3-1 up goes Daddy. Now that bathroom position is very strong because the Buck can rappel up onto that window, open up the entire bathroom wall, get a nice line of sight, and then rappel in once the yellow stairs push comes in. Perhaps even a support from Spiral, so they have a complete control, complete handle on where the defenders are, so no one can push out and take down this Buck. Now once Buck is in that bathroom position, he has avenues of line of sight. He can look into the long table, he can look into the connector, as we saw him getting the final kill onto Wilson. He can look into the B bomb site, so that prevents pretty much any rotations from happening, and it's a very, very strong position. And again, who were the masters of this? Penta Sports. We saw this at the Invitational. We saw this in Year 2 Season 3 and every other season before. But mostly, mostly in the championship winning season for Penta, Year 2 Season 1, Year 2 Season 2, and the Invitational. Fabian, often on the Buck, rappelling up onto the window, opening up the bathroom wall exactly as to what D4 did in that previous round. And D4 worked it to perfection as well, as far as, this level of play is. Obviously, neither of these teams are Penta or EG or whatever, They're not there yet. But they are getting there. You can see why they're getting there. They have their fundamentals right. They have the right ideas. Now, Sino is going to be playing on the mirror. He's going to be getting his setup done soon. They're getting a second opportunity to defend the second floor bomb site, having won it the very first time. Now, this is somewhat of a precarious position for UniqueMonster. If they lose this defense, they're gonna be on 4-1 match point. That's a really, really tough position to recover from. However, the last time they attacked this bomb site, it was almost a tactical victory, but due to some control issues our observer was having, we cannot see what happened in the final 2 kills that Kevin got that secured his 1v2 clutch. If they're able to hold on this time to prevent themselves from going down after the plant is active, of course, they'll be getting a very nice, very nice strong position, and they should be able to win this round. Oba now pushing into Visa. Diffuser is dropped outside of Visa right now, so they are not ready to get the plant down just yet. And interesting where Oba is playing. He's an Ash. Not the person you would expect to be one of the last into the bomb site, into the building. Right now, Wilson is leading the charge. Curiously, I believe the rest of is here as well. Diffuser is still dropped outside. 1 minute 10 seconds left to go. need to retrieve it very, very soon. Now, Wilson pushing right in. He does blind, but D4 blind fires the shotgun, knowing exactly where Wilson is. That blind, that blinding flash came out way too late from him, and Wilson's clearly not at home on his role as Blitz, and he pays the price. Go 1 man down. Diffuser still okay. Diffuser has been retrieved by CT, and he's gonna send out his, I believe, third shot of his E1D. Hyper takes down D4. That is smoked down finally after he took down the Blitz, and that's not a good trade in today's meta, I have to say. Smoke is so much more powerful than that. Oh, this is a nice angle from Kevin using this reverse position. Litter, however, he takes down Oba. That's the Ash down. Sifa goes out, takes a bit of health off CT. Marcy, however, he gets taken down, and the plant is going down from CT. Hyper takes down Marcy. Finally, Kevin does trade back onto Terrybot, however. Plant does go down as a 1v2 scenario. This time it's Hyper who is put in the 1v2, and Kevin is still alive on the Jaeger. Litter also full health. Hyper down to about 75 HP. Is he going to be able to clutch this out? He's going to be holding a long position. I'm not sure why he's not looking back. The shots are rattling behind him. Oh no, what is he doing? Oh, Litter gets a crouch shot, and that's an easy defuse. Not sure what on earth was going on with and the communication right there. Not sure what is going on with Hyper's game sense. I hate to be harsh, but that was just poor game sense from Hyper. Shots rattle right above your butt. I mean, he was quick peeking it. Valkyrie Litter did not expect Hyper to actually be there, and he peeked it twice. Quick peeked it twice, pre-fired it, didn't connect his shots. He was, I think, pre-firing the hallway near the bathroom, near the showers, I believe. Sorry, I'm not sure what exactly that printer room, I believe, near the soda machines. And he thought someone would be there. No one was there, so he was going back to get the defuse underway. And Hyper turned around. He pre-fired. So that is another mistake that Hyper made. Number one, he didn't look back immediately. Number two, he pre-fired after Litter turned away, expecting Litter to peek a third time. Litter didn't, until he realized, oh wait, he is actually there, and that was a very risky pre-fire, because Litter already know he's not in the soda machine hallway. So where can he be? He's at the long table hallway over there, just, lying prone or crouching, and went for the quick crouch shot. That was it. So unable to hold on to the plant as well, and you can't blame Hyper entirely about that as well, because as a whole took very, very long, even with the aid of the Blitz, because of Wilson, maybe not at home on the Blitz, because of CT taking very long to use those EE1Ds and not using them to full effect. So they wasted a bit of time with the diffuser being dropped so far outside. I'm not sure what the idea was, leaving Oba to be last in the building, leaving Oba to retrieve the diffuser, even though CT was the one who finally got the plant down. But I'm not sure that, that the admin push is working out right now. Maybe they should try attacking onto B, as Daddy seems to be doing right now. They've gotten both windows open, and Kevin, after placing his Claymore down on the yellow stairs to stop the run out, burns the ADS. Very smart play with his X-Kairos. And he's now going to try and burn this mirror window. CT, can he get the shots? Disable this disabling of the mirror window? Yes, he can. He gets the ones that are necessary. I do believe the B-bomb blocked some of the shots with D4 on the buck, putting in so much work for his team. Gets the first frag onto Terrybot, and look like they're going to lose this map. Sino gonna send out his second EE1D. Is he gonna get something useful from it? Doesn't seem like it. Ooh, Marcy, he does get the mirror window open, and this is gonna put a huge crimp in UniqueMonster's style. He's gonna be going back onto this bathroom area. Are UniqueMonster gonna realize it? Well, they do trade one back onto Litter, and that is yellow stairs pressures alleviated. Hyper playing here on the spiral. That's a good position for him to be in, and Oba is going to assist him out in long table as well. He does trade some shots onto Kevin, but comes out worse the wear. Now Kevin decides to, he's a bit confused right now. He's not sure where to go, going up yellow stairs or staying where he is and rappelling up onto the B window. 1 minute still left in the round. 4v4, but they have the health advantage. Oba runs out, takes down D4. That's a big kill for them. D4 this time unable to secure the control, and Hyper trades one more back onto Sino. It's a 4v2 scenario, and suddenly looking strong. Can Kevin and Marcy salvage this? Now Marcy, he pushes up a Hyper, a third kill, I believe. He is really putting in work even with that low HP on that Bandit. Now a run out's going to be coming soon. And Oba with his second aggressive run out, timed to perfection with a jump out from the B bomb site window, secures the kill onto that mirror, and UniqueMonster stay in this. Now, where is Daddy gonna go? Are they gonna go into the first floor perhaps? We haven't seen a first floor bomb site defense. Now, yep, they are going onto the basement. Southeast Asia surprisingly treats Consulate as if it only has 2 viable bomb sites. I have actually, since the Pro League and even the Invitational qualifiers, I have not seen a team in Southeast Asia decide to go onto the first floor willingly, of course. I mean, maybe a team, if my memory serves me right, maybe they have gone as a desperation pick, as a pocket strat onto the first floor, but no one is really shown that they're comfortable on it. So that is curious to see, because especially with this mute that Marcy is bringing, we have seen how powerful the first floor bomb set defense can get, because you can hold second floor as well, and you can hold the first floor as usual too. So it's a very strong position, and you can place, a Pulse or a Valkyrie, open up the hatches in the lobby, open up the hatches in Piano from giving you the ability to C4 from below. So not in Piano, in Bathroom, my bad. And gives you a semi-complete coverage of the bomb site, the rest of which will be covered by the second floor. But that's not the case here, and I've been rambling on quite a bit about what's not happening in this match. Let's talk about what's happening. Daddy this time set up the same way, and taking it the same way, and Oba getting the first kill onto D4, smoke off the board, and I believe he was the one playing inside this bathroom. And you can see later he's gonna start opening up the floor in Piano. That's something that you usually don't want the defenders doing, because the Buck wants to do that. He wants to be able to open up Piano fully, get the shots onto whatever is stopping the garage from getting open, the Bandit batteries, the mute jammers, and he wants to get, ideally some picks. Now later he's on the same position before. Last time he played Ella. This time he's on the mirror. He gets droned out. Is he gonna drop immediately? Yes, he does, and it's a very smart decision, because Wilson pushes up aggressively the moment he gets the ping. And now they have a strong position with half the round still yet to go, surrendered to UniqueMonster, down on man count as well. Now Marcy tries to take some shots onto Wilson, but Wilson's playing the blitz much more comfortably than last time. And ooh, Terry Bud not able to switch back, I do believe, because of the bug that prevents you from switching back and forth between the skeleton key and the rifle of the C8. Unable to secure the frag onto Marcy, I believe, and the side push is going to be coming. Terry Bud gets finally the kill onto Sino. The Echo is down. That's your plant denial almost entirely done. Kevin, however, he also gets taken down. Headshot finally coming out. C4 flies out from Lita, doesn't get the kill. He sprays to the smoke, but unable to get the kill as CT comes in from yellow stairs. Another of his EE1Bs go out, and Marcy has nowhere left to go. Wilson's going to chase him. He's going to push out into the hallway. CT holding this rotation. Is Wilson going to get the kill? Yes, he is. Marcy taken down, and UniqueMonster showing that they have life in them yet for 3. Are we going to see overtime here? UniqueMonster have, in the previous 2 rounds, come back very strongly, but these 2 rounds that they've won is where they looked strong previously as well. Where they've looked weak is on their second floor attack. The first 2 times, I believe, on the second floor defense, they lost. The third time, they won. I think. Or it is that they look like they're going to lose a second time. But that is something that hasn't looked good on until now. And now they're showing a much more cohesive unit of attacking, much more smart play, much more smart rotation, smart angles being held by them. And garage cafeteria defense coming out from once again. This is looking good for them. And if they're able to hold on, which something tells me they will, we're going to be pushing ourselves to overtime. Now, isn't, historically a consulate team per se, like you would say Mindfreak is or Penta is, but they have played consulate before when they were playing in Year 2 Season 3. That was when they had Neojai, they had Hysterics, who's now in Cryptic. Neoj has returned to but I'm not sure whether he's changed his handle or he is on as a sub. But Oba, Hyper, and I think CT are the 3 out of 5 members from Year 2 Season 3. So they definitely have experience on playing this map. CT is still completing some setup. Now, I'm not a very big fan of teams taking so long to complete their setup, because that is really what separates the good from the great. Teams like Penta, they have like these check marks. Like at 15 seconds into prep phase, we want this to be complete. We have 30 seconds, we want this to be complete, and the moment prep phase is done, we want, we have this much of leeway in case there's a rush, or if there is a rush, we are set up to receive that rush. don't exactly look set up to receive that rush when they are still making the setup happen. But now this push is coming out, and Terrybot is in a very precarious spot. He's going to open up this hatch right now, and the EE1D is going to stop him from rotating just yet. And the frag grenade might be coming out from D4 right about now. No, he's trying to get an X-Cairo shot, and I'm not sure why, but Marcy gets the first kill onto Oba as he comes to assist his stuck teammate of Terrybot. Deletion, as I said, is a common pick, and now he gets detected by the EE1D as he drops, and he's going to provide lots of information for Daddy. Now, again, half the round done, and now Daddy are the ones with the entire first floor control and a man advantage. So it's working out the same way, but Terrybot trades one back onto Sino, but Marcy takes down a second kill for himself. Terrybot goes down. It's Hyper, Wilson, CT against Kevin, D4, and Hyper goes down, and D4 is saying that, alright guys, I don't want to overtime, I want to finish this. They have one C4. Oh no, they don't have the C4. Nitro Cell has been expended on Wilson. Unfortunate for him. Now they are going to get some information, but this frag grenade comes out, takes about 25 HP worth of damage off from Wilson. CT, what is he going to be able to do? He gets one kill. Until later, oh no, the thermite pushes up, but he gets a second kill as well. But he gets down, getting too aggressive on that push. And Kevin moves up into White Van. This call out surely would have come from CT. Plant is going down, he hears it. Is Wilson going to be able to deny this? He has to push up aggressively. Marcy is looking, and Kevin gets the plant down successfully. Just send a pre-fire out, and his 3 armor is definitely going to give away where he is. He has to fight Marcy, he has to fight Kevin, both ACOGs. Him in an SMG. He does take the headshot onto Marcy. Can he secure this clutch? 1 health and a dream. If he doesn't secure this clutch, we will be seeing this map going into D4's favor. Wilson, is he going to be able to do it? This is a very strong position. Sends out a bit of pre-fire. The time is running out, and Kevin gets the kill. Captain for Daddy secures the map for UM. And GG's GH, really. Oh, really good third to ring out in chat. And so much for my 2-0 prediction for UM. Daddy, very strong attack right there. Cleared out the rumors. Got first floor bomb set control. Got the picks that they needed. Textbook attack. And look at that, D4 and Kevin, 8 kills and 9 kills respectively. Only Hyper really matching them, 9 kills on his own. Unfortunately, CT not fragging as much as he should have, despite being on those support roles. So now we'll be waiting for the next map. While the next map will be having on defense, and it'll be Clubhouse. As I said before, if UniqueMonster win in Clubhouse, they will be going on to map 3 Chalet, but I'm not sure. I've seen they haven't been really strong from from DAD1, my bad. And have looked strong in those 2 rounds. They seem to be staging a comeback on, but DAD1 have the strats down pat. So strong performance from them. Let us see what is going to happen in Clubhouse. do have some experience on playing on Clubhouse because they are scrim partners with Cryptic, and Cryptic is by far and away the best team on Clubhouse, and being scrim partners with them means you learn a lot. So let's see whether is gonna use some of those Cryptic strats perhaps, or some of their own strats. Are they gonna be able to come back? Because DAD1, I believe they're playing this very smart. They're abusing this meta to maximum effect. Very smart from them. But as we wait for the players, I'm gonna leave you with a musical break. Stay tuned, and we'll be bringing you the next map in no time. Hello guys, and I'm so happy there was such a short break between maps. Teams are really ready to go, and we'll be getting right back into it. On attack once more. This time they are a map down. Surprising, I know, if you're just tuning in, but if you haven't been watching, let me just summarize what happened in the first map. DAD1 basically showing that these guys are really up for it. These guys are really strong. They have their idea perfect. Oh no, we have a recruit! Kevin, what are you doing? We need to talk about Kevin. Just kidding. That was a bad pun. But yes, Kevin, man. AFK, unfortunately. I believe he wasn't ready. And oh, that's not a good recruit to be. 919. Oh dear. GSH. Now, he does have Nitrocell and Barbed Wire. So it's not the end of the world, definitely, but clearly he wasn't ready to pick his operator, and DAD1 are gonna be on the back foot right away. He also only have 1 reinforcement, and a lot of times, rather than the gun, it's your utility in the reinforcement that you end up lacking. Wilson's still on the Blitz, he's still on the Lion. Terrybot still on the Buck, and Oba and Hyper. You see, are playing this very, very, very much similarly to how it was in the previous season, except this time, instead of seeing Ashe, we are seeing CT play the Lion. Not saying that CT was their Ashe main, but usually you would have an Ashe in every single lineup. CGG isn't covering the stats just yet. They are a bit behind on stats for APAC, but I am very interested to see how their wonderful stats team would... Oh, already an engagement, but yes, I'll be very interested to see what the pick rates are for the teams here in Southeast Asia and in APAC as a whole. Now, are pushing this very aggressively. Oba is going to be pushing through Dirt Tunnel, and Wilson's going to join him very, very soon, and look at that. There is no denial from them. I'm not sure whether Kevin was supposed to play maybe a mute. And yesterday's games we saw, I believe there was script using the mute plus shield trick to prevent anyone from opening it, and Oba, you can't go through there. What's he doing? He's gonna leave Wilson alone in that dirt tunnel. 1 minute 30 in the round, and oh, interesting decision. He comes up against Castle Barricade. Now, obviously, Marcy is gonna know exactly where he is, but he can't surprise the Blitz because why? He doesn't have any impact grenades left. And Wilson decides, alright, it's not worth my time smacking that barricade for some reason, but he's gonna sit down here and stare at the wall of the kitchen's exterior. First EE1D is finally going to come out from CT. Terry Bond, he's going to be pushing in. Ooh, interesting. He's going to be using his frag grenade, but Wilson, he's still not there. He's still not ready to push through once the castle barricade goes down. And now it does go down. Oh, almost catches the rotation onto D4. But D4 coming up strong here. Gets the shots onto Terrybot, but Sino takes down Hyper with a C4, and that's the Hibana down. To still have a hard breach of Oba. Another pre-play C4. Oh no, Lita throws out the smoke first instead of going for the kill. Lita takes on CT, however, and the help of the EE1D, he flashes one, goes for the second, but can't get it. Oba takes down Lita. Sino shots onto Wilson, and suddenly it's a 2v1 situation. Marcy, oh, can he get the kill? Yes, he can. Takes down Terry Bot. It's a 1v1 situation. The plant is going down. Oh, he can't see it. You see it? Oh no! Somehow managed to hold on. Oba planting in a bit of an unorthodox spot, keeping himself, well hidden enough so that Marcy could not see him. And go 1-0 up here on Consulate. Very, very tense. Very, very chaotic. So unfortunately, they lose Daddy. They lose the first round, and you can see 2 kills coming out from Lita. And I think, if he had actually gotten that shot onto the dropping Wilson, if he had his gun out, that would have been a Daddy round. And that's a very weird thing to say out of context, but it is what it is. So now we'll be going on to the identical defense from UniqueMonster. They're going to be bringing a Pulse this time, and Pulse is a very, very strong operator. And we saw this from Evil Geniuses in the Invitational as well. How strong that information game can be. And look at that. They have 3 information gatherers. That is the Legion, that is the Pulse, and that is the Mirror. Information really is the name of the game, and that's the reason actually why Lion is considered so OP in current meta, because he gives you a universal ability to every single attacker on his team, being able to see through smoke, giving you a live outline of where the player is without putting himself at risk at all. It's free information, even if the players don't move. If they don't get detected, it tells you something. It tells you that, okay, they're not moving right now, they're not rotating right now. They might be rotating after the E1D expires, but this means that they're either holding an angle or they're sequestered on site. And this means I can make this rotation, I can make this movement. And that is more important than many people realize, that freedom. Not only is it going to save your life a lot of times, it is also very mentally freeing. You don't have that stress that, oh no, I hope he's not rotating. Oh no, I hope the flank's not coming out. Because the moment that EE1D goes out, you're like, yep, there's nothing going to be happening right now for the next 5 seconds. And the first EE1D, I think, from Sino goes out, and the Lita has brought a fuse. I think yesterday Ferox and both Script and Ferox brought out the fuse, and didn't really have too much effect, but they did destroy quite a bit of barbed wires. Unfortunately, D4 gets down, the C4 comes out from below. I do believe that must have been Oba, but he does get revived, can't secure the kill. They have to be very careful. Oh, there's no Claymore here on the garage ladder, and Lita is going to send out his cluster charges, but they need to be wary of this Oba flank. This can come to punish them very, very, very strongly if they are unaware. They either need to have a flank drone, and I think they do, because Kevin, no, he doesn't seem to be aware. He's looking into the stock hatch. He has no idea. Neither does Marcy. Oba's gonna silently creep up. 1 minute still left. There's no one else who's gonna be pushing onto him. He's gonna get a clear shot at this IQ, and he takes her down. Now they know exactly where he is. D4 trades 1 kill onto CT, but D4 gets traded back immediately by UM's Wilson. And the shots are flying out from Sino. He takes down Hyper. And Licha's actually already down on site under the cover of smoke. He'll be getting the plant down. And Terry is downed as well. Lita takes a few shots in his side, but Sino is managing to finish off Terry. Wilson trades one back onto Sino as a 2v1 situation. Oba on top. He sees! You see him! And he finally gets a headshot onto Lita. And it's just up to Kevin here in the church hallway. Oba now drops! Gets the headshot onto Kevin. Good play from him. 3k round from him. Impressive. Strong performance. Look at that. 6 kills. My god. And Wilson's going to get a very easy defuse. UM go 2-0 up. And clearly, it seems that they have their, they have their strats down pat. Let me just check once more whose pick this was. Because if this was the pick from Daddy, you have been surprising. And yes, it is a Daddy pick. So Daddy thought they had something on offer, some strats maybe. But in these first 2 rounds, I've not really seen anything strong for them. If UM win this basement attack once more, and funnily enough, they won their first basement attack by the skin of their teeth, without even pushing the blitz down dirt, which is the more commonly expected push, more commonly used push, and it's a stronger push because you can hold that dirt tunnel almost solo. And one of the best examples of this is Aces from Mindfreak in the ANZ region. So what he usually does is that he's gonna push in through dirt very early. Like maybe at 2-minute mark, he will be already pushing into dirt. He's going to expend any utility trying to stop him. That includes goo mine, that includes impact grenades, that includes smoke grenades. And he's going to have the assistance of someone to make sure that, they don't rush him. They don't pressure him too badly. Such as a Glass, such as a Blackbeard, such as a Buck. Not usually a Buck, but sometimes. But yeah, he's going to have support. So that's what happens. And then Aces, he chills. Just holds that. Becomes a live human drone for his team. Calls out the positioning. And then once the push starts coming in from the main hallway, from motor hatch, from kitchen hatch, boom! He explodes into action. And just pushes right through. And it's a devastating, devastating attack. It's very, very, very hard to counter. So let us see what kind of attack we're going to see. The first EE1D, this time at 40 seconds, goes out from CT. Wilson trying to avoid some shots in CT. He has brought flashbangs, not the Claymore, and he is watching the ladder rotation. I don't think there is a Claymore there, so that's why he's being forced to watch it. And I believe the only other player on his team that could have brought Claymores is Hyper, and if he doesn't have Claymores, and yes, he doesn't, that is exactly why CT is being forced to watch that rotation, make sure no one does what Oba did to their team. Now Oba is going to use his glass shots, quite a bit of them, take down this castle barricade, finally breaks. Sino playing in blue. That is not a very strong position. Very easily overtaken, and Marcy... Ooh, Terry Bot is the first one to get the pick in this round. Litter goes down, and yeah, as I was saying, Marcy on the pulse, he's playing behind the mirror window, an odd location for him, given that the mirror windows are still active, and he could be using his talents, to look in a more aggressive position, maybe. But Terry Bot does drop, and he's going to hear the drop. Is the C4 going to come out from him? No, he's being spotted, and the push is coming down from the main stairs as well. 1 minute still left in the round. This is good time by UM. They have got a pick. They've got a lot of the control, and they're almost ready to make their final push. they're not using dirt, and I don't think they're using blue as well, unless CT is making the push from there right now. C4 gets pulled out. Wilson unfortunately gets blinded by his own teammate. Sino gets detected, as does the Jaeger of Kevin. And there's a strong flashbang that's going to be coming. Strong smoke. Ooh, CT with the pre-fire gives away his position. And unfortunately he gets taken down by the drop from Wilson. He's going to trade right back. Kevin gets one more, keeps the man count in favor for his team. D4 extends it further, takes on Terrybot, but Hyper is getting the plant down in the cover of the smoke. But D4 gets a headshot using the pulse scanner, and Daddy get the first round on the board. Kevin gets the second kill of the round. Oba goes down. Strong performance on this round, and they finally get their comeback, suppose. Mini comeback, 2 round only. But I do believe this comeback is on the roads, because the next defense has to be Bar and Stockroom. Now, Interrobang in the, I believe, North American Week 1 Pro League commented that we might actually see Bar and Stockroom fall out of favor, because it's very, very open. There's really nowhere for defenders left to hide, and with Lion in the meta right now, with Smokes in the meta, ooh, this is going to be very hard. And ooh, a last second switch to Thermite indicates that we might be seeing a strip club push. So Oba is playing the Echo more important than ever. Some argue even more important than CT's Smoke, because Smoke has to move to throw his canisters. Oba on the Echo doesn't have to move. He can just sit still, sit pretty in one corner of the map, send his drone to do the dirty work for him, deny the plant. So we have 2 smokes and 3 candelas, and I believe either 4 flashbangs or 6 flashbangs or 2. Now D4 is bringing frag grenades as well, impact grenades on Marcy, as well as the concussions. Marcy's going to be carrying the diffuser. He's the one brought the Claymore. And it's a standard pick for Zofia. Not really much sense in bringing her other utility, which I believe is a breach charge. Now you can see they're shaping up to push through Strip Club. Almost all of them spawning here on this side. And Hyper's going to have a tough time on his hands to defend this. Nita's going to drone out. He has the assistance of Wilson, but a frag grenade is going to fly out. Doesn't hurt anyone. It does explode. The ADS doesn't get it. The ADS is presumably there, but it doesn't explode. And now we might see D4 try to send out a second frag, bouncing it through these panel gaps. Now this is something that we saw really popularized, by Elevate. And they brought this strategy up against Penta Sports when they played this in the grand finals of the Year 2 Season 2. Ooh, it's a tight little angle. I'm not sure if the defense is going to realize what position he is. He can't see either of the defenders, but Lita is going to be pushing in together as Marcy. But Hyper takes one down. Kevin trades back onto Hyper, and it's just Wilson. And Wilson does take down Kevin, but he gets traded down by Sino. 3v3 situation. Smoke, Valkyrie, and Echo still alive. All 3 operators that can deny the plant using throwables still there. And quite a bit of utility on the attacking side as well. They have kept the Ying alive. They have kept the Lion alive. And they have kept the Buck alive. So it's going to be a very, very tight round to end off. And are we going to see the Valkyrie use his... Oh no. D4 is going to go up, and he's going to try pressure onto the gym. And Terrybot unfortunately has probably heard the rappel, certainly has heard the hatch being opened, and this is going to be do or die for him, because the plant is presumably going to come down. Oh, but does D4 realize that the Valkyrie is here? He can't move right now because of the EE1D. Is the plant going down? Sino does take down Oba, and it's a free kill for Terrybot. He's got a very strong position up here. Oh no, what's he doing? He does pull away from his pistol, but he gets the kill onto Sino nonetheless, thanks to the holds that D4 so kindly had made for him. Lita's gonna try fake the plant out, but pros don't fake. And Terrybot from above gets the kill. Good flank from him. D4 not expecting the rotation from Terrybot. and go 3-1 up, and somehow in this meta making the bar stock defense work. And this is huge for them because Daddy, having won the basement defense, they're going to have to defend the same thing. CT can see he's still not gotten on the board with frags, but I'm sure he's providing valuable intel to his team. What are we going to see from UM's attack? They're bringing a Monte, they're bringing a Glass, they're bringing a Lion. I think, in my opinion, this is going to be a push from the stock side rather than strip club. And I think that's the mistake that Daddy made. So, is Daddy going to be able to receive this? They have Ella. Interesting pick in today's scenario. But Kevin, he does seem comfortable with it. And he's brought his barbed wires, he's brought his, Grismo mines, 3 of them. Zeno is bringing the Echo, Legion as well, and D4 on the smoke. So a good all-round lineup, and they've chosen to forego. It's the identical lineup almost to what brought, except I believe they had Hyper on the the Bandit instead of the Ella, and not sure who was the last defender. But are now on the attack, and Terrybot, it seems, will be going up into Cash Room, and he's going to be bucking down, making sure that the B-bomb site is all clear before he gives the all clear signal and allows the Monty and presumably CT to push through. Oba is going to be providing cover with the smokes. Let us see what happens though. Drones coming out from Wilson. He's going to be looking to ensure that everything's alright. Hyper's going to use his X-Kairos to blow any ADSs in the bomb site, disable them, and D4, playing a very risky position, almost gets tagged by Oba blind firing through the barricade. Oh, is this going to be a jump out from D4? It's going to be a strong jump out. He's going to jump out. He's going to go all the way out. He's going to get himself detected. And now they know exactly where he is. E1D is going to come out as well. And as I predicted, Terrybot is getting the all clear for them. Kevin is inside here. Legion comes in, pops a few shots onto the shield of the Monty, but that's not going to do anything. Oh, smoke grenade goes out, and one of the Echo bursts also go out. If Terrybot is able to look, he's going to secure a nice kill, but Marcy is the first one to pick one kill off. Hyper goes down, and D4 gets taken down through the smoke. Ironic. And oh my god, they already have this bomb site control. And Oba takes a second kill down onto Sino. Is he going to get a kill onto Kevin? He does poke a few shots at Kevin, gets a knife kill onto Wilson, and a second onto CT. What are you doing, Oba? Oba just get taken down by Lita as well, and oh my word. Terrybot is left all alone. Is he going to be able to get this clutch? Sees the rotation happen from Lita, is unable to secure the kill, looks away at the wrong moment. And Marcy comes up from the main door side. And that is it. Daddy get the second round, and both teams, surprisingly, able to defend bar stock. I'm honestly very surprised by that. 8 kills from Oba, 5 each from Terrybot and Wilson. 7 on Daddy's side for Sino and 5 for Kevin. 3 each for Marcy, 2 for Lita. But Hyper and CT somewhat letting their team down, and Hyper especially, given how well he performed in the previous match on that aggressive blitz, unable to really make anything work. Clubhouse is not a very roamer-friendly map, perhaps. That is the reason he's not getting very, not being very successful with his plays here. Now it's going to be a tough comeback for the Daddy. It's going to be tough for sure, because they already have seen how set up their defense, and I don't think they're going to be falling for that a second time. And wow, actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, but not only is this one of the, I think, the first IQ pick today in today's matchup but also the first Ash pick. They had foregone the Lion, and so that's not 100% pick rate, and this was happening yesterday as well. So Southeast Asia aren't as heavily reliant, that is one way to look at it, on that Lion, or they have not realized how powerful the Lion can be. Marcy is going to be using the AUG as well. Oh my god, with a reflex sight. Now that is not something you see every day, and Defa has actually already taken quite a bit of damage, and CT is going to be pushing up aggressively into Dirt Tunnel, making sure it's still closed. It is, and he returns back to a more defendable position. They have only brought one Heart Destructor. The X-Kairos, 3 of them, are going to be absolutely imperative for Kevin to get off. And Obath sends out a C4. It's way too early. There is absolutely no one there. Doesn't do anything but waste his C4. Still 2 minutes left on the clock. Now, what is D4 gonna do? He's opened up quite a bit of these floorboards here inside the kitchen, and they are gonna try and get this kitchen hatch open, but is anyone gonna try and impact the hatch? No, they're not. They do not have the utility, and they're gonna let it be open, and it's gonna provide a stronger position for Daddy to play with. Hyper's trying to get some of the annoying client-sided things out of the way. Terry Bot in this blue hallway position is not a very common position, but it is common in Southeast Asia. The reason it's not common in other regions, it is so easily overtaken, and I believe Sino has actually heard where this defender is. Marcy gets the first frag with a literal frag grenade onto Wilson, and surprisingly Sino, despite flashing, does not go down. And D4's trying to get a frag grenade. Lita drops Oba as well, and now shots rattle in, and Terry Bot gets the kill on the D4. D4 really confused. Terry Bot gets the second, but Lita has gotten the plant down. It's a very strong position for Daddy. Ooh, Lita takes down CT as well. 2v3 scenario in favor of the attackers. 1v3 in favor of the attackers. Terry Bot on 25 HP and a Dream. Sino on the Ash, taken down Hyper. He just gets traded back. What can this 25 HP Terry Bot do? What can this Hong Kong shots Toothpick man do? Mr. Toothpick against 2 full health individuals, and the IQ with the reflex AUG secures the kill. And my friend, one of my friends, is going to be very, very happy seeing this AUG in action. Tying it up is Daddy. And I said this is going to be hard for UniqueMonster to continue on, or did I say it's going to be hard for Daddy to make the comeback? Because I meant it's going to be hard for to establish a stronghold, go up onto 4-2, and exactly what has happened, because you can see how Daddy is so smart. And I love seeing this. And, you know, you may say that, okay, if you're watching this internationally, or even if you're a bit, have some detachment from Southeast Asia, you might say I'm having inferiority complex compared to the other regions, but there's no denying that APAC, Southeast Asia, were not strong. They weren't able to do these mid-game adaptations. They weren't able to bring the stripes. They had gunplay and gunplay alone. In Year 2 Season 3, only Cryptic and Ainz looked strong enough to do anything against international teams, and even Ainz did the same, and Mantis FPS, who are now known as Team Yeti, they were only able to take 2 rounds against both their international opponents when they went to Sao Paulo. Since then, APAC, my god, what an improvement. We saw Ainz beat Era Eternity, almost beat ENCE Esports, and obviously we saw Mindfree get to the quarterfinals of the Invitational, beating Team Liquid, my god. Obviously they beat Room Factory as well in a stunning 5-0 final map 2 and 3. So APAC has definitely come strong, and these other teams that haven't been able to get as much international exposure are coming up strong as well, and how this international exposure is filtering down. Mindfreak went overseas, they scrim teams like, Cryptic, they scrim teams like UniqueMonster. UniqueMonster used this experience on their own, scrim Daddy, scrim Cryptic, and, internal scrimming, and eventually teams are learning back and forth, and scrims have been moving internationally as well. I know SK Gaming, the ex-Flipside roster, is one of those teams, including Beast Coast, the former Reckless roster, who are not love exactly, but they have no qualms scrimming with APAC teams, and that's fantastic because Southeast Asia, APAC has improved so very much. Now Litta, he's going to be playing this aggressive location. He's going to be trying to aggress onto Wilson. It's a very, very bad idea in my opinion. Oh, there's a drop! Shots rattle out the pre-fire and Litta turns away at the right moment. Now Wilson is in a very strong position. He can just push in now and get a very free almost frag onto Litta, but Litta smokes away at the right moment. Oh no! Litta! Terrybot, what are you doing? He just runs right into the smoke and takes some shots from the SMG-11 and eventually gets killed off by the smoke, being too low on health. Litta somehow makes that position work, and he's still there. No, he has rotated back onto site. And this is strong dual mirror window, and we've been seeing this really popular in Southeast Asia only. It's worked out strongly for every single team, and that's mainly, I think, Ferox who has used it, and worked out strongly for Daddy as well. Ooh, Litta, he gets his second kill, but immediately traded out by Oba. But that's the important kill that he has gotten. That's the hyper down. Shots are going to be rattling out, and unfortunately they're not able to get the kill onto Oba. Oba pushes all the way into sight, and there's an external rotation happening. Wilson takes on D4, and second member, CT with 1 HP and a Dream, has pushed up onto site, and EE1D goes out. Is going to provide him a very strong location, but Wilson is the one with the diffuser. Oh no! They have the bomb site, but Wilson, oh no, he's down to 25 HP, very, very low on health, and he gets taken down. CT does take down Marcy as well with 1 HP, but gets traded out by Sino and Kevin, and Marcy finish off the round and move up onto match point, series point. What am I seeing from UniqueMonster here? I said at the start that they blow hot and cold, but usually blow hot in Pro League. Well, guys, cold, really? Looks like it. Daddy on their map pick. Despite UniqueMonster, you can see why they're not doing well enough. Is because CT is not fragging, Hyper is not fragging. 1-6, 1-7. No, that's not good enough. Look at how consistently Daddy is fragging. 6-9, 6-6-3. D4 is the only one who's not fragging that much, and that's because he's playing the support operator, he's playing the anchors. Oh, this is looking not good for UM, but they're gonna be able to defend the basement again if they're able to make that mid-game adaptation that I was praising Daddy for in the previous attack round. In the previous attack round from Daddy, what I mean, if they are able to make the rotation UM, then we could see OT being forced out, because we are seeing APAC move on to mid-game adaptations, but not mid-round adaptations just yet. Teams like Penta, teams like EG, at the drop of a hat, their IGL calls out, guys, let's take an example of the second floor bomb site, bar and stock. Guys, bar is being defended very lightly, they're investing heavily into stock, let's push to strip. Boom, the rotation happens, and the other team doesn't even realize it's happening. So that is something that Southeast Asian teams haven't been unable to achieve as of yet. I believe Mindfreak are one of the teams that are slowly, getting very good at it. They are not the best. Definitely, they are not the best, as we saw in the loss against Black Dragons in the quarterfinals of the Invitational. But they're getting there. And against other APAC teams, they are definitely better. So it is just a waiting game to see when the rest of these teams are going to be bringing themselves up onto this level as well. Oba takes quite a few shots from this buck, and unfortunately he gets droned out, takes a lot more shots, tries to get the shots onto D4 but unable to land the shots. and the MK1 9mm comes out, and the EE1D does spot these two players behind the church wall. Sino pushes down very aggressively. He's a lion, and Oba actually gets down, but that's just because he's being reset. Shots. Ooh, what an angle this is. Wow. And D4 is going to try and get more of this floorboard open. They are not pushing through the tunnel again. They're not bringing a blitz, but they are bringing this lion. Last time they won this attack was with the Ash. Sino was on the Ash. They didn't need the lion. And the second EE1D goes out, doesn't really do anything. Attackers unable to capitalize despite knowing that the defenders are not moving too much as well. And default cam is still up, so Oba is going to know the moment Sino or anyone else decides to, you know, make his push. And I think now is going to be the time. No, Sino's still going to hold station. And that's all the EE1Ds expended, trying to get a roam clear underway. Now stock hatch, I believe, is being open. No, it's already open. That is the main lobby hatch in bar that has recently been opened up. 50 seconds left to go. 5 on 5. Oba down to 50 HP. The only evidence of any engagement in this match. All quiet, and now suddenly the explosiveness comes out. CT takes a lot of damage. Candelas and smokes have gone out. C4 does fly out, and D4 is the first one to die, but Kevin trades one back onto Terrybot, who took down D4. Kevin takes another down. CT is down in dirt hallway as well. Are we gonna see a lockout? Sino takes down Oba, and the plant is going down. This looks to be a 2-0 lockout by Daddy. Wilson trades back onto Kevin. It is him against 3. Is he gonna try and get the pickup onto CT? It's very risky. He has to go for the fight. Lita takes the shots onto him. The drop comes out. Twitch takes a few shots. Loses her head. Ooh, there's still half the round left to go. Daddy need to play this smart. They don't need to be aggressive, but they do, and they make it work. Daddy with a terrible, amazing upset. And terrible, I don't mean, you know, that I'm biased or anything, but terrible in the sense that, in the very biblical sense of the word, that we have seen our first upset of the Southeast Asian region, my friends. Daddy coming back so strong, taking down UniqueMonsters, one of the titans of the region. Absolutely incredible. What have we just seen? And I absolutely can't believe it. GGWP's ringing out in chat, and GG's it certainly was. Now while we set up the next game, I would love to talk to you more about it, but I do have to set up the next game, and I will be back with you after a quick musical interlude. Stay tuned for our second matchup, Team JTL versus Impetus Gaming.